The message of this video is very self-explanatory, but I just want to help you visualize exactly why some people still advocate, like till this day, advocate for bendy buses on SMRT's 67, which was historically SBS route until like 1999, I think. Historically, 67 used to be somewhat like service 23. So it would go from Boon King to PIE and then exit Tampines Avenue 5 to reach Tampines Interchange. That was the past. But then nowadays, it kind of helps out East-West line. First reason, never underestimate the demand along this sector till here. Okay, so the simple reason why 67 still gets so much demand in this sector despite it being a clone of BPLRT is because if you're coming from downtown line, the access penalty from there to the LRT station from basement all the way till like third floor, I think, the access penalty from here to here is like quite big. And it is not uncommon to see people boarding from this bus stop towards Choa Chu Kang because they live along like this sector. Just keep in mind that 67 goes here and 976 goes here. I mean like 976 goes like this, but you have to realize that this catchment over here is completely different from this catchment over here, like when it comes to like going to this general area. The distance between here and this entire sector, it is really short. And because of that, a lot of people, they just get on, get off, get on, get off, like get on, get off, get on, get off, get on, get off, get off, get off. Bendy buses are perfect for this. So I'm gonna use another case study, 858. I'm just gonna list the areas. Woodlands Avenue 4 and 9, Gambas, the industrial estate, which is like, okay, and Gambas and Sembawang Way, Sembawang MRT, which is a major one, Sembawang Shopping Center, and then Chongpang, Yishun MRT, Khatib MRT, which is not a lot, but it is still a major PAX exchange point. People going to Changi Airport, a lot of them like board from Khatib, and okay, either Yishun or Khatib, but they do board from Khatib. Jalan Kayu, Pongo TPE bus stop, as well as PTB, the Changi Airport PTB 3, 1, and 2. This is the reason why 858 would not do good with double deckers, because I mean, you look at the PAX flow thingy. If they're taking for like a few stops only, like let's say from Woodlands MRT to, I mean, interchange to here, or like Gambas Industrial Estate to Sembawang MRT, Chongpang to Yishun, or even Pongo TP, because it's just like not really one stop, but like the concept is that like it is direct from Pongo TPE to Changi Airport. Nobody's gonna move up to the upper deck. It's like people just wanna hop on, hop off, hop on, hop off. So 858 is this kind of service. Now let's go back to 67, which is the second reason why, even up till this day, there are people that advocate for bendy buses. So I'm not gonna count the LRT stations simply because of the access penalty. I'm just gonna count the major MRT stations. Let's start from Choa Chu Kang. Now go on to Bukit Panjang. Then okay, I think this is like memory at this point. Bukit Panjang, Cashew, Hillview. Hillview has like quite a decent amount of people. Even Hume, Beauty World. I hope I'm recalling them correctly because I'm not referring to anything right now. Wait. Did I mess up? Hume is 4. Okay, yeah. Beauty World, King Albert Park, which is a major transfer point if you're like connecting to these services. 74, 151, 154. Just gonna put it out there. And Beauty World has like 52 as well. Okay. 6th Avenue, Tankaki. I'm recalling them, but I hope you get the point. Botanic Gardens, Stevens, Newton, Little India, Farrer Park. So in the Little India district, it serves like around 3 stops, which are like major, especially during weekends when a lot of like ethnic Indians, Bangladeshis, Pakistanis, they go to Little India to do their shopping, leisure, and stuff like that. And also like foreign workers as well. But the foreign workers, they usually take like 857, 960, 960E, and I'm not sure how many of them are on 67, but I do know that there's a lot of demand. I mean, that's why 67W was a thing. Okay, Farrer Park, Kallang. Okay, after Kallang, it's Aljunied, Paya Lebar. Not necessarily at the station itself, but near Singpost Center. Eunos, Kembangan. I'm just gonna use an abbreviation. I don't know if this is the correct one. Bedok Reservoir, the MRT station. You can even count Tampines West, Tampines. Let's count them. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14、15、16、17、18、19、20、21、22、23. 23. And obviously along the way, like just now I've explained, like along Choa Chu Kang Way, there's like a lot more hop on, hop off, hop on, hop off, boarding and lighting points, a lot of PAX flow, PAX exchange, stuff like that. But the fact that 67 serves 23 MRT stations, it already tells you why people advocate for like 67 having bendy buses. Because it's like, Danyern and Bukit Timah, let's say this is King Albert Park, 6th Avenue, Tankaki, Botanic Gardens. Everyone in between is gonna take stuff like 67. Obviously 67 is not the only bus service, but they are gonna take 67 to, I mean, some of them do take long distance, but a lot of them, they do take it to the nearest MRT station, and because of that, it generates a lot of like PAX flow, which is kind of the reason why all these services are actually good for bendy buses. Like, these two are not necessarily the priority, but okay, this one's more of the priority, but this is exactly the reason why people still advocate for like bendy buses on 67 in the first place. There is also actually another compelling reason, which, okay, it's not really easy to see, but okay, 23 historically looped at Tomlinson, but then ever since MRT opened, they were like, okay, I'm gonna use MRT as an excuse, as an SBS. They cut it to loop at Rocher Canal Road. But fast forward years later, I'm not sure whether they envisioned this. It was just like a simple cut, a truncation. But what happens is that nowadays, I've said this in like other videos before, but oops, sorry, not Bendemeer, Jalan Besar. Technically, Jalan Besar MRT is another one, and Rocher is also another one, but in one direction, there is still 23, so it doesn't really change. Is it? Farrer Park. Sorry, this direction has 24 and the one towards Tampines has 23, but you get the idea. Okay, so basically, Jalan Besar and Serangoon Road. People do take 23 from Jalan Besar to cross the road because walking here is a pain. I'm not kidding, it's really a pain. And when they do this, the effect of this is that like they transfer, obviously some people they just take 23, but they do transfer to services like 67, 857, 147 just to go northeast or east. Because of this, this explains why the 3 bus stops along Serangoon Road for 67 doesn't call one of them because of the right turn filter. It's the bus stop after Farrer Park. It doesn't call that one, but this is another reason why 67 gets that much demand within Little India. It's not just the people originating from this side of like Little India. People do actually take 23 and then it all feeds into like 67. Like how many people actually do this is one thing, but I'm just saying this is why it's like good design. And Serangoon Road and Jalan Besar, the gap is like really big. And then the other one, okay, I do know Changi Road has like really bad MRT access. You have to cross over to the other side, and therefore I shouldn't just say this is 24, but okay, whatever. Changi, I didn't spell it properly. Changi, Geylang, Sims Avenue, and Sims Avenue East, and New Upper Changi Road. The MRT is on like this side. So the thing is, they don't want to go to the MRT. It's too far. And then in some places, the access is like really bad. So every intermediate stop, be it along Sims Avenue or like Geylang and Changi, they all take 67. They all take service 2. They all take service 7, yada yada yada. I mean, if they're going to Orchard. But this is kind of the thing. One side is served by MRT, one side isn't. Just like in the case, I mean, it's served by a different MRT line in this case. And then like that. DTL is like that. This is Northeast line. Because of this, the side that doesn't have the MRT, people are gonna take 67. And even for the side that has MRT, people take 67. They either take it all the way because it's a direct bus ride to like Bedok Reservoir and Tampines, or they just go along the intermediates. The intermediate stops are the reason why 67 gets so much demand, because they don't have adequate MRT access. They either have to take 67 or another bus service to the MRT, or they just take 67 for like longer distance journeys. Again, this is the reason why people advocate for bendy buses on 67, because of this kind of like gap thingy. One more thing, service 13, it bridges like Boon King and Kallang. 13 is like it bridges, okay, Boon King, Potong Pasir, Woodley. 67 on the other hand is the only bus service that bridges Little India to the entire, I mean not the entire, but like almost the entire east section minus Tanah Merah and Simei. Almost the entire like section of EWL, East West Line. Again, a bus bridging between 2 MRT lines. Like, that just calls for bendy buses. And it not just bridges it. 67 is the only bus service from Serangoon Road and Jalan Besar all the way to the entire Sims Avenue Changi Road stretch. Another reason to use bendy buses. So okay, like 67, obviously it could survive with double deckers. Same for 180. Unlike 184. 184 actually needs the bendy buses way more than 67, but this is like the reason why people even advocate for bendy buses on 67 in the first place. And this video idea was like kind of suggested by my friend. It wasn't like my own idea, but yeah, just wanted to put it out there. Bye.